Diddy's lawyers demand Kid Cudi's Porsche firebombing testimony be thrown out over lack of evidence. Sean Diddy Combs' legal team is going full throttle in an attempt to eliminate a potentially damaging part of the ongoing criminal proceedings against the music mogul. Their latest target? A dramatic moment from Kid Cudi's testimony that accuses Diddy of orchestrating the firebombing of his Porsche. A claim that Diddy's attorneys insist is rooted in nothing but suspicion and hearsay. TMZ has obtained new legal documents filed in the case, in which Diddy's lawyers argue that Cudi's statements about the infamous 2012 incident, where the rapper's luxury car was set ablaze outside his home, are unsubstantiated and should not be admitted as evidence in court. According to Diddy's defense team, Kid Cudi's remarks are based on pure belief, not fact. In other words, Cudi may think Diddy was behind the arson, but there's no hard proof to support that allegation. What happened in 2012? Back in 2012, Kid Cudi's Porsche mysteriously went up in flames in what authorities at the time determined was a deliberate act, a Molotov cocktail-style firebombing. The case raised eyebrows across the entertainment world but never resulted in any arrests or charges. 4 years, the incident remained a dark mystery within hip-hop circles, until it was unexpectedly resurrected during Diddy's recent trial. Kid Cudi's testimony. Taking the witness stand last week, Kid Cudi shocked the courtroom when he claimed that he knew Diddy was behind the car explosion. He testified that the attack happened shortly after he had ended a romantic relationship with Cassie, who had been involved with Diddy at various points. During his testimony, Cudi acknowledged that there were no eyewitnesses, fingerprints, video surveillance, or any forensic evidence linking Diddy directly to the crime. However, he told the court that when he once confronted Diddy about the incident, the Bad Boy founder denied any involvement. Cudi said he didn't believe the denial and, even more surprisingly, claimed that Diddy later apologized to him during a chance encounter. He said, "Sorry for all that bull ********. Cudi recalled under oath, implying that the apology was a veiled confession tied to the Porsche incident. Diddy's legal team strikes back. That testimony, while gripping, was immediately met with fierce resistance from Diddy's attorneys. In their newly filed motion, the legal team argues that allowing Cudi's story to stand in court sets a dangerous precedent. They stress that the statements are speculative and lack any concrete link between Diddy and the actual commission of a crime. According to the motion, Mr. Mescudi, Kid Cudi, admits under oath that there is no evidence, no confession, no surveillance, no forensic proof, tying Mr. Combs to the incident. His statement is purely speculative and amounts to an opinion. Such statements, if allowed in court, serve only to inflame the jury and prejudice the defense. The lawyers are now urging the judge to strike Cudi's entire recounting of the Porsche firebombing from the trial record, labeling it legally irrelevant and unfairly prejudicial. Their motion asks the court to prevent the prosecution from referencing the incident moving forward, arguing that without physical evidence, Cudi's assumptions don't meet the threshold required for admissibility in a criminal trial. A battle over perception. The move to erase Cudi's testimony marks a clear strategy by Diddy's legal team to control the narrative being presented in court. They recognize that while the testimony may not include physical proof, it carries emotional weight and could influence a jury's perception of Diddy's character and alleged pattern of behavior. The defense's goal is to keep the focus strictly on the crimes Diddy is formally charged with, not to introduce what they view as unrelated stories that might sway jurors emotionally rather than rationally. While no ruling has been made yet on whether Cudi's testimony will remain part of the trial, the defense's challenge underscores just how high the stakes are in this courtroom drama. Removing the Porsche firebombing incident from the trial record could deal a blow to the prosecution, which has used Cudi's story to paint a broader picture of Diddy's alleged vindictiveness and willingness to retaliate against those who cross him. No comment yet from the judge. So far, the presiding judge has not issued a decision on the defense's motion to strike Cudi's testimony. Legal experts say the ruling could be pivotal in shaping how the rest of the trial plays out. If the judge allows the story to stand, prosecutors may continue using it to show a pattern of alleged threatening behavior by Diddy. But if it's removed, the prosecution could lose one of the more explosive anecdotes tying Diddy to alleged acts of intimidation and violence. As always in high-profile celebrity legal battles, the court of public opinion is also playing a role. Kid Cudi's testimony has already made waves online, with fans and pundits alike weighing in on social media about whether his claims should be believed, even without hard proof. Diddy's denial. For his part, Diddy continues to maintain his innocence on all counts. His team insists that he has nothing to do with the Porsche bombing or any other acts of criminal behavior being floated in the courtroom. They argue that Cudi's recollections are based on personal grudges and misunderstandings rather than truth. The rap mogul has not addressed the testimony publicly, but insiders say he was particularly upset by Cudi's claims, which he views as both false and deeply damaging. What's next? With no decision yet from the judge, the courtroom awaits a crucial ruling that could shift the tone and direction of this trial. Will Kid Cudi's account of a firebombed Porsche remain a key part of the prosecution's argument? Or will Diddy's legal team succeed in extinguishing this fiery piece of testimony? Stay tuned as the case unfolds, and as Diddy continues to fight not just for his freedom, but for his reputation in the eyes of the public and the law.